Hello guys, welcome to Motorholic. Today we have Toyota Urban Cruiser with us, and it is exactly nothing, just a rebadged Vitara Brezza, Maruti Vitara Brezza, and it is just exactly same engine, 1.5 liter petrol engine, which produces around 104 PS of power and 130 Newton meter of torque. And here you see it gets insulation here, and engine is quite silent. You can't hear when it's at the low RPM. And up front you get changes from the Vitara Brezza, especially this grille. You get a bigger and more muscular grille, which I personally like the grille, and it makes it look really good. And somewhere slightly you can say it makes it look like, yeah, it is a member of a Toyota family. So the grille, I really like it, especially from the urban this Vitara Brezza. You get this two plastic thing which makes it, and here chrome, and headlights are exactly same as the Vitara Brezza with two barrels, which one is for the low beam, another is for the high beam. And you get this LED DRS, which also turns as the indicator, and below that you get this fog lamp, which is also LED. So up front everything is LED, and fog lamp is also LED, and the bumper has been revised especially for the Toyota. And you can see the fog lamp housings are also different from the Brezza. In the cladding is also different, and it gets a bit muscular bumper. You can see the bulges here, and everything rest up front is same. So coming on the side is completely same. Even the alloy wheels design is same. Alloy wheel size is your 215 60 R16, and it gets the exactly same design, alloy wheel design. You can see Toyota logo at the front, and here you get the cladding running all around. Rear you doesn't get a disc, you get the drum. And coming on the rear doesn't get much changes as the front, but it gets changes, especially these your skid plates have been redesigned especially for Toyota. And there you get a exhaust, you can see in the body. And here you also get a Urban Cruiser badging, which has been changed with the Brezza. And tail lights is all this parking lights and the brake lights are the LEDs, and your this indicators as well as reverse light are the halogen bulbs. Not halogen bulbs, they are the bulbs. Okay, so here you get a Toyota logo, high mount stop lamp, integrated spoiler, rear washer. From here the fluid comes out for the rear washer. Opening the boot, get a decent size boot, exactly same as the Brezza. And here you get some compartment to store your stuffs. And below this you get the same size tires, which is 215 60 R16, but these are not the alloys, these are rims. Cost cutting here, and you get the tool kit and the hazard triangle. And the seats can be distributed into 40-60 split. You can see that. Archer shelf here, and for closing the boot. And here you get the camera here, and 4 parking sensors, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Rear reflector here, fuel lid, and you can see side is completely same as the Vitara Brezza. Only the front, which is the grille, and the rear makes it difference. Rear, that is only the skid plate, and you get this integrated coaviums and it gets a black roof, and you get this antenna which is quite, I would say, I mean, like in this date where the shark fin antennas and many small antennas have came and they're offering a long antenna that too at upfront, so that is a negative thing, I would say. You get blacked out ORBMs with integrated turn indicators in it, request sensors on the driver as well as the co-driver. And one thing is that when you press the request sensor at the driver or the co-driver side at the one place, so it will only unlock that door, that particular door, and when you press once again twice, it will unlock whole car. So I really liked it. I mean, if you will use it good way, it is quite a interesting feature. And one more thing is that boot also gets your request sensor, request button. So from here you can unlock, I guess you can see, yeah, here. From here you can unlock the boot, only boot, and then you can also lock the car, whole car from here. So this is quite a nice feature. And now it gets at the rear seat. So rear seat, you can see it gets this 3 kgs maximum load with. It can carry your bags and all, and space is decent, I would say. Not too good, I would say, and not too bad. It's, yeah, okay, good enough, at least at this segment. And here it doesn't get nor a AC vent nor this 12-volt socket, so that's quite a bad thing, I would say. It gets a slightly scooped out seat with a magazine holder here. Space is decent. Thigh support is, I would say, good according to me. And here you get this, your center armrest with 2 cup holders, and you get this 2 headrests, adjustable headrest, and you doesn't get the center headrest. 3 people, I would say, can sit, but not that easily. There is a slight hump and it is quietly coming out, so third person, I won't say that it would be happy here, but 2 people really easy, third people a bit squeeze. And you get this height adjustable seat belts for driver and the co-driver both, and you get this center light, and you get this handle with a hook. Same is the case here, handle with a hook. And you get this chrome inner door handle, lock and lock button holding the door, and slightly mesh finished upper part. And you get this brown treatment on the door pads, which is good also. Power window button, a 1 liter bottle holder can easily come here, speakers here, and you can see so it doesn't get sunroof. That is the major minus point when the competitors are just competing with each other, not in terms of panoramic sunroof or the sunroof. They are competing in the size of the panoramic sunroof. So I would say that is a slightly bad thing. And one more thing which makes it different from the Brezza is this interior color. These seat colors. The fabric is a bit brownish treatment have been given it to the urban cruisers seats and your door pads also, you can see. Whereas the Maruti Suzuki Brezza gets this silver treatment on the seats and door pads. And here you get this lock and unlock button, and this child lock for mirrors, and power window buttons. And this is the auto up and auto down. You can see Twitter. speaker. 1 liter bottle easily can come here, and some space to keep your small bits. And you get this engine start stop button, and this is for controlling your ORVMs. Right, closing your ORVM, opening it, and this is headlight leveler, and just for like changing the headlights. And it is a manual 5-speed manual, so it gets a clutch, brake and a pedal with a proper dead pedal. And here you get a fuel lid opener, handle to close the door, so it feels good enough, but not the Toyota standards. Build quality is exactly same as the Brezza, nothing is changed. It's making noise. So you can see it gets a instrument cluster, which is, here you get a tachometer, speedometer on the right. Both are the analog, and at the center you get a digital, your fuel indicator and temperature. It's showing range here, and your this kilometers, and you can just browse through it. It shows average fuel economy, real time fuel economy, range, and from here you can browse through your trip A, trip B. So, and it's showing temperature also. And talking of the steering wheel, it gets a Toyota logo, this RSA bags, and this is for controlling your multimedia, and this part is for your cruise control, and this is for your connected, Bluetooth connection, for your commands, your picking up the call or hanging up the call. And at the center you get a 5-speed manual transmission with the rear in this way, and you get a reverse camera, but it doesn't get adaptive guidelines, so that's the one negative point here. And here you get a manual power handbrake, and you get a space here not to keep your phone, especially I would say, because it's really less space. Here you get a USB and aux, USB for connecting your Android Auto or transferring the file and all. Here you get this 12-volt socket, and here you get a automatic climate control. Here, turn on your air conditioning auto. So let's off it, and this is your multimedia. It's exactly same as the Maruti Brezza. So let's talk about the driving part of this urban cruiser. So as I earlier told, it gets 1.5 liter naturally aspirated petrol engine, which produces around 104 bhp of power and 138 Nm of torque. So let's launch it. So it revs around 5000 rpm and a lot of wheel spin. In fact, if you properly launch in the second gear, that also wheel spin. So it wheel spins a lot, even being a petrol, and so less Nm of torque. And the tire size is also good enough to get the good grip on the road. So then also there is a lot of wheel spin. So this engine is, according to me, it's quite good. it's not too powerful obviously, but yeah, it is good enough power. It has good enough power. It is really quite fuel efficient if you use it properly. In a good way, you can extract a good fuel economy. So right now I was driving, I got somewhere around 12 to 13 kmpl of mileage average. So if you drive, I guess you can easily extract around 15 to 16 on average, and maybe up to 20 on the highways if you are not using your air conditioner. So this engine is really nice, and according to me it has good enough power. Obviously, as I told, it's not much powerful, but yeah, it has good enough power to keep you going. And talking about its dynamic, chassis, obviously suspension is on the softer side, but I would say it is well balanced. Because it absorbs almost good enough bumps, and it even doesn't lose much your control over the throwing around the corners. But obviously it is not a driver enthusiastic car. Obviously it should be driven on the highways for sure. The cities, it is a good car for the city for sure. And the clutch is a bit on the heavier side. Steering wheel is good enough light, and more or less it is exactly same in terms of driving dynamics and engine performance, because engine is also same as the Brezza. So, but all in all, both Brezza and the Toyota Urban Cruiser both are a good city driver car, and I was driving it around good enough time and around Mumbai traffic, and it was quite, honestly speaking, I felt like yeah, this is a perfect car for a city. There is no use of sunroof, and we can't use sunroof in traffic, and so obviously features are missing. I won't say that it is feature loaded. Definitely it misses out many features, but if you want a proper city car with a good fuel economy and average, you can say average city driving, highway driving, then I would say, and you don't need much of features, then I would say go with the Toyota Urban Cruiser. And it has good enough, and talking about its overall road presence, it has got good enough looks, I would say, because it's not too you can look at the view from the driver side. You can see all the corners of the bumper, your bonnet, so that makes it easy to twirl around the traffics, especially the bumper to bumper traffic. Listen to the amount of wheel spin it has. It revs almost till 5000 rpm, and listen, a lot of wheel spin is there for sure. It got a lot of attraction here. So let's close the window. So obviously you won't wheel spin every time, but that was the thing I noticed. So steering is light, you can see, but it weighs well. Good enough, I would say, not the best for when you throw it around the corners on good speed. And you can see it takes around 11.5 seconds to reach 0 to 100 kph, and braking performance is also good enough, I would say. Not the best, but yeah, it's good, especially when you're talking about this city driving types. Then the braking performance is good, and the suspension for the city is, as I told, it's good, because it almost absorbs all the bumps and potholes which it gets. You can see Maruti Vitara Brezza at the back, where it is going. So both are same at last, with some changes here and there. So the final verdict would be, as I told, that if you want a good city driver's car with almost mediocre, good enough looks, good presence, road presence, and a better logo, that is Toyota, and you don't need much features, then and definitely a petrol engine with a good fuel efficiency, then you should definitely go with this Toyota Urban Cruiser manual. Though one thing I missed it is that it should have got this especially 3 things, that is SHBS, which I guess Baleno gets but it doesn't get, and your this engine start stop, auto start stop, especially for the traffic. If it would have been make it, then the fuel economy would have definitely boosted. And for the facelift, I would say the features needs to be increased definitely. Then I'm damn sure that it will sell in much more numbers than the current. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope if you guys did enjoy it, do let me know in the comment section what are your thoughts on the Toyota Urban Cruiser. Do let me know in comment section. And see the braking performance, that's good.